just make that, make that, make that, make that. We can just make that, make that, make that.
Flavors, them pretty flavors, flavors. All of them flavors. She got them flavors. Been a lot of places, shorty got taste. Step into the kitchen, everybody want a plate. Step into the kitchen, everybody want a plate. Step into the kitchen, everybody want a plate. Flavors. Them pretty flavors. She got them flavors.
Happy 2025, Sugar Shack family. We are excited to be back for this new episode of We Can Just Make That in this new year 2025. And so we've been thinking about recipes that are going to be easy, nutritious, filling, and make all the difference in your day-to-day activities. And so today, considering the cold weather that is sweeping across the Midwest and the South, we're gonna make soup. We're gonna make potato leek soup. And this soup may be something that you haven't eaten before. Many people I talk to have never eaten a leek, or they've eaten it but didn't really know what it was. Like they tasted a soup, but they had never seen or saw a leek. And so here's a leek, and we're gonna start our soup. This is an easy soup, so tasty. We're gonna make a vegetarian version of this soup. There's also a version with cream, but we won't do that because you don't even really need the cream. It's great without the cream. But to start, what we wanna do is take 3 leeks and cut and clean them. So the part of the leek that we're gonna use is the bottom. So it's great when you buy your leeks if you make sure that the bottom is meaty and it's a good size, because we won't use this. So what we'll do is cut our leeks here. Cut the bottom off. And now these leeks, they have layers. Let me show you what I mean. So if we were to do this, you could see layers. So cleaning them can be a little tricky because we want to make sure that we get all the layers. Not only that, we did not buy organic leeks. I usually try to buy all organic vegetables, but there were no organic leeks. And so we're gonna make sure, excuse me, let me just take this outer piece off. We're gonna make sure that we clean them well. You know, I clean, even when I do buy organic vegetables, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you will know that I clean everything by soaking it in baking soda. Get these pieces out. And so here on the side, I have some water already put together with some baking soda. I keep baking soda in a little jar like this, and as I am cooking, I just make sure that I have it easily accessible so that it doesn't slow me down. And I'm gonna soak these leeks for about 15 minutes in this water and baking soda. And that way we'll make sure that they are clean and that all those little crevices have had a chance to become clean. But then also, most importantly, that we've gotten as much pesticide that does or doesn't exist on this leek off of it by this soak. Okay, so the leeks have been drained from the water with baking soda. Remember now, you can't just take the leeks from the baking soda and put them in. You have to wash them. You have to strain and rinse them because they've been in baking soda, so they'll be covered with baking soda. But we're ready now to put our leeks into some oil. Now, I have used avocado oil. This is one of my favorite avocado oils. You can also use olive oil. What you should not use ever, whenever you can prevent it, is seed oil. So not the vegetable oil that you go and buy from the store. You turn it over and it'll say, you know, soybean oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. You don't want to use those because they are terrible for our health. So if you can, this has, the reason why this works well in so many recipes is because it doesn't really have a strong flavor. Olive oil has a distinct flavor, which I love. Some people don't love. So again, I have 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in here, and I'm just gonna stir my leeks for, they're gonna cook for about 10 minutes, but we're not browning them. We don't want them to caramelize. We just want to saute them. In about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I'm going to add 3 garlic cloves that I've diced up. So we will just let this cook for a few minutes. Okay, so now we just will add in the garlic, stir it up. Remember, we're not trying to caramelize, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. It's been around 7 minutes, and so we'll give that a couple more minutes. For these last few minutes, we're gonna quickly dice these potatoes. These are gold potatoes. They've already been washed and peeled. Again, soaked as well. So these, remember, this is potato leek soup. You don't have to use gold potatoes, just the kind that I like. So I'm gonna try to dice them in a little bit of smaller kind of portions so that they all cook evenly. So now we're adding the potatoes into the leek and garlic mixture. This is about 2 pounds of gold potatoes. So I'm gonna mix it all up. What I am going to do, I opened this vegetable broth, so I'm gonna pour the rest in. I would use a full container, so I probably will open up another vegetable broth and just put in maybe 1/4 of the container. Then I'm gonna put a bay leaf in. And a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. Not too much, because the vegetable broth has a little bit of salt in it. And so we are just going to let this boil for about 15 minutes. And again, I'm going to add just a little bit more vegetable broth because I didn't have 4 cups. So that is about 4 cups. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this bay leaf out, and then we're going to blend this, puree it actually. I'm gonna use this immersion blender, but you don't have to have this. So you could just take this out and put it in a food processor or a regular blender. I like this because I get to be in the pot, so it's just super easy for me, and that just looks like and it is blending while that's happening. Okay, and so here's what we've come up with. Just take this out. And you can see that we have a creamy soup here. Now, if you put less potatoes, it will come out a little bit greener. If you put more potatoes, of course, it'll have this look. I just have salt and pepper in here. I didn't put any other seasonings other than the bay leaf and then the vegetable broth, the garlic. That's the only flavorful things in here, and it tastes really good. It's just a simple soup, just really good for a rainy, cold day. So my only ask is that when you make it, you first try it simply, because after that you can add whatever you want. Cooking is about finding out the blends that you want to have, what you want to taste, so you can play around with food, of course. But it's really good, just simply like this. So thank you for joining us today to learn how to make this simple soup. Remember, this show is about simplicity and homemade cooking. So we could just make that potato leek soup. I just want to give a shout out to our new product here at the Sugar Shack, our navy bean soup. This is freeze-dried soup. So inside of here is a powder. It's 4 ounces of powder. It makes 2 nice sized bowls of navy bean soup. This freeze-dried version is said to last about 25 years. I don't know that any soup will last that long before someone eats it, especially when it's as good as this is. But if you're interested in purchasing navy bean soup by the packet or by the case, please reach us on social media at Sugar Shack Farm, or email us at thesugarshack@gmail.com, and also visit our website, sugarshackfarm.com. Thank you again for joining us on this episode of We Can Just Make That, and happy 2025 from the Sugar Shack.